holding down that pilot, keep that gas moving in there on the new little buddy. New to me little buddy. Looks like a little bit of rust up there. Looks like it might have been stored for a while. Pilot flame doesn't look very long, but maybe it's just where I'm standing. All right, it's been about 30 seconds. I'll turn it on to low. You can see it light up there. Let it run on low for a little while. Little cans don't last for long. I use a real bottle typically because I heat up the shop in here and it gets pretty cold in the wintertime, so it's nice to break the chill off with some gas heaters, electric heaters. They eat up electricity and they don't really do a great job at all. So I'm heading out here on this fine morning to go drop off some Ryobi tools that I sold. I sold my brushless kit and the impact driver that I bought in the auction. Good profit on the impact driver, not as much for the brushless kit. I had those listed for a while now. So I'm gonna drop those off and trying to earn some money toward this auction coming up in South Carolina. It's gonna have a ton of tools. The idea is I'm gonna build up and create my own little mini hardware store inside this vendor mall. So that's the goal, have some tools, both hand tools and power tools, classic and maybe some newer ones too. So we'll see how it goes, but this is a good step. And I just sold my Flex impact wrench as well. I knew that would sell pretty fast because it's just a sweet deal, man. That was a sweet deal. So driving back to the house here, just sold my tools there at the old DG, Dollar General. In the South, you can measure how far you've gone by how many Dollar Generals you pass. Fayetteville is 72 Dollar Generals from me, which is only 6 miles. I'm just kidding. But it's true, there's a lot of them. But this fella had bought from me before, and he had bought a brushless grinder, which I'm sure was Ryobi. And he told me, he said, you know what? I actually traded that brushless grinder away because there's a feature I didn't like. And I was curious about that. He traded it for a brushed grinder. So he said, the feature I didn't like was the fact that the brake was so quick. And normally people are like, I love to have a tool brake, it's safety, and people love it. But he said that he didn't like it because he usually used it probably not the optimal way of holding your hand out while using it, but you know what, we all do that, so that's pretty normal. He said when the brake would trigger, the torque was so bad it would whip the grinder around. So I said, that's a really good point. Well, the old Flex is going to a new home, and I'm gonna go and pick up some more Flex stuff, I think, for the same fella who bought this, because I think he wants some more. And this is bound to be an awesome impact wrench for him when he receives it. Now I'm gonna see if I can't take this giant PVC cutter apart, see how easy that's going to be, if possible, so we can restore it too. Take these 3 bolts out right here, and there's one spring that sits in right up here against the blade, and everything comes apart. You got another spring to take out from down here, the one that keeps that tension, and clean up this blade assembly right here. It could use some love. Hopefully sharpen this sucker up. Get her looking like a boss. Take some paint off of this. Repaint it like a boss. Everything's gonna be like a boss, in case you can't tell. Call of Duty MRO edition. So I have some dresser drawers I need to get ready for my wife. I'm going out in the morning to find some great tool deals, and she wants to paint the dresser that we've been working on. So I have to do a little bit of sanding here in the shop before I get back to my other activities.